we have a Lemberger Trocken. It's from the Württemberger original. Lots of cassis. This is mostly cassis. But it's mostly freaking awesome. Okay, so we're going to hop into our puzzle here. We do have a hint as to the theme today, and that is punchlines. Punchlines, which is at least potentially not a bad thing. Okay, as long as it's not your face. So let's play. Let's see here. Pink, purple, and blue pride display familiarly. Is this a pride flag of some sort? Pride flag? I guess I don't know what it is. Blue pride display. So pink, purple, and blue pride. There's a hole in one. Gloaters cry. Let's see. So 4 letters usually I win or I won. Maybe I rule. What an awful gloat. I rule. Permit. Let. One named indie singer with a 2007 hit song 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't remember that. I know it's in my MP3 collection. I have no idea the name of the artist just yet. Kinks hit that starts, I met her in the club down in El Soho where they drink champagne. It tastes just like Lola. A neighbor of control. Well, I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to have to remember what's next to the control key on a PC. Don't. Alt, maybe. ALT. Control, Alt, Shift. 3-key salute, right? Sense of orientation. I really feel like we need to knock out this corner. So, nipple rings. I'm going to go with areola. Areolae? Or is it areolas? I think it's areolae. Okay. Fault line. Guilty as charged, perhaps. Guilty as charged. My wife's dying next to me and she can't stop coughing. And I don't even care, but she's trying to hide it. You're quite all right. So Olaf's creator in Frozen, I've asked about these kinds of things. I think that's Elsa because that's just what fits there. And so there's a hole in one. Looks like it's a bagel of all things. And that's right. This is Feist, the indie singer with the hit 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's Feist. And I do have that. And I guess the pink, purple, and blue pride display is a bi flag, which would make the sense of orientation one's gaydar. I mean, no matter how bad it feels in the world when you think there might be some progress taking place, just think about this right here. I mean, when in the past would this have been a typical Sunday puzzle? This is good. Brings in, earns. All right, let's get with this now. I got a Sunday. We want to be doing this like 30 minutes like last week. I mean, I'm only doing this Sunday out of penitence anyway. So word after dead or data. Dead or data. Dead or data. Dead set? Data set maybe? I got to think about that one for a second. Let's see. Fine. Line. Fine. I'm doing fine. Or girl, you're fine. I don't know. Preserves things, maybe jars, right? So let's see if that works in any way whatsoever. So if we're talking about soothe. The first thing that comes to my mind is balm, but I'm thinking it's probably calm because I don't know that you can really use balm in the same sense. Maybe you can. Co-founder of the Joining Forces initiative with Michelle Obama. And that's, if this is an I, which I think it is, I think it's an email attachment. And so I think this is Dr. Jill Biden. Dame Edna for Barry Humphreys. Dame Edna for Barry Humphreys. I mean, I think that's it's a pseudonym, like Dear Abby or something. A World Heritage Site in Sicily. Well, this would be Mount Etna, which is an active volcano, which is kind of crazy thinking about that. I hope it doesn't blow anytime soon. Ground grain. Ground grain. So is this grain on the ground, or is it what you have left after you've taken grain and ground it? So, fishing line. Get just right. Nailed it. Nailed it. And then to kill a mockingbird setting. Idicus. Why do we call you Idicus? And so I'm thinking this is meal, so ground grain becomes meal. That's a good thing, right? Dame Edna for Barry Humphreys. Yeah, and I think that is. It's an alias. I don't know why I said euphemism earlier. Salamander named after an Aztec deity. Any idea, sweetheart?
What?
A salamander named after an Aztec deity.
No. Do you know?
It's like axolotl or axolotl or something like that. Yeah, okay, so you know how to spell that. I do not. Axolotl.
I just know it ends like with L-O-T-L.
Axolotl.
I think it's is it an O or a Y?
Axolotl. I don't know. I'm going to go with those to start with here.
I feel like it's a Y.
Okay, let's see. Hostile state. We just had this, I think, yesterday or maybe the day before, but it was enmity. And volunteers declaration. I can. Did you feel it? I felt it.
No, it's an O.
Axolotl. That's what I've got. Long-running police procedural for short, so NCIS, I'm assuming. You know, I've never seen one episode of NCIS, and I doubt I ever will. So, enough. I get the picture already. So this is maybe TMI, perhaps. It's too much information. Anatomical stabilizer would be... I'm thinking biomechanical. Let's see, communal housing arrangements. Communal housing arrangements? I don't know. Fine line. Oh, I can't complain. Let's try that there. See what we get. Communal housing language. So shaped like a kiwi fruit. That's isn't that ovule or ovate? Ovate, which actually sounds like a verb for creating babies or something, or creating eggs. Let's see, anatomical stabilizer would, yeah, okay, biomechanically. That would be a toe, and that makes communal housing arrangements, I guess, coops? Tell me this is oven or over. Okay, so blank in math. So yes, that's over. Fishing line, tell me I'm pretty. Very, very nice. And to the point, isn't it? Hound. Nag. Let's see. Target of an inventory scan. And peacock parent is GEC. Yeah, NBC. Exclamation of amazement. What the heck could that possibly be? I would think I don't know. I guess, I mean, I don't know. So then what do we have here? Target of an inventory scan. No, so it's not going to be AH, because that BH ain't going to work unless we're talking about target of inventory scan. I think this is a barcode. I don't know. UPC, I'm not sure what. Move like a cat burglar is probably correct. An alternative to Nana is grandma, maybe? A gig has 1,000 of these. So Megs. And shake lightly. Shake lightly with that. I mean, that makes no sense. Have you ever heard of the word kind of opening? Kind of opening what? Ukraine's third most populous city, Odessa, and let's see when we got where a lot of lying happens. Maybe bed. So a kind of opening could be job, but I have never in my life heard of the word joggle, which apparently means to shake lightly, if it's correct. And we'll find out at the end of the puzzle if it is or if it is not. What's that?
I haven't heard of it either. But
Joggle. No, I've never heard of it. Not once in my life. I have no idea. Okay, so processes. I don't know. Director Lupino. Not like Ida or Ina. I'm gonna go with my first thought. Volunteers declaration. Declaration, we already got it. We already said I can. Processes. One role in a classic interrogation trope. Well, it's going to be either good cop or bad cop. If it's bad cop, it's 6 letters. We've got 7, so I'm thinking this is going to be bad cop. Good cop, because we got 7 letters. And processes. Digests. It feels sloppy there. I don't know. Volunteers declaration, maybe on it. Moving first on. Capital of Japan until 1868. Wasn't it Edo? But that was what Japan was. So, the Green Hornet's assistant is Kyoto. Gosh, it took me a minute. Okay, TLC or Run DMC. And don't go chasing waterfalls. These are trios? I had to watch the video in my head for a second. So trio, so TLC or Run DMC. So it's not going to be an answer, just a trio maybe. Petty arguments. Tiffs. Snits. Like many retired professors, so emerita. And may please be befit. Match well with, yes, befit. Now that's a challenging one. If you didn't have anything but 5 blank letters, befit would be a difficult one. Match well with. I mean, if you get right down to it. Let's see. Subway line. 6-inch. 6-incher foot long. 6-incher foot long. 6-inch or foot long. I gotta really get on top of my fingers when I'm typing stuff out. Okay, 1970s, 80s Supreme Court Justice blank F. Powell Jr. This will come to me when we get some crosses on it, some downs. Gives a hand, so maybe claps, maybe, and hot spot. Okay, so yeah, so that's Lewis F. Powell Jr. Bowie knife. And a hot spot, hell, maybe? And genealogist's chart. I think that's just a tree, right? When you're talking about a family tree, correct? So if we're talking about scams, we're talking about potentially ripoffs. So let's go with the tree there, because why not? And HBO comedy about a sports agent, and that is, I know this, I have not seen it, but I know it. This is the, I'll get it. I mean, I know it. Thought the world of, adored, which should be an easy way to describe my feelings for Shotzi here. Let's see. First color TV manufacturer. We had one of those when I was a kid. Arliss. It was Arliss who was the sports agent. Couldn't tell you anything about the show, though, whatsoever. Person of interest. So a loan. Is that a loan shark, perhaps? But then that O doesn't work if it's a loan shark. So it could have said it'd be rip-offs, which doesn't make any sense grammatically. I don't know why I did it, so it must be rips off. Here I am, burying all of my flaws. So here we go with a loan shark. And Mediterranean morsel. We're going to go with an olive there. Good stuff, by the way. Not down, in a way. Not down. Probably private line. Sir, yes, sir. Motivator. A motivator, incentive perhaps. And all right, and then what we got here on the 17 down? Crikey, don't know. Front woman for the Pussycats, Josie and the Pussycats, long tails, ears and hats, something like that. Acting like. If this is an A, I'm going to go with aping. Item in a trunk. Item in a trunk. That, maybe it's like up in the attic in a trunk, or is it the car trunk? Qualifier for a date. Permitted. Okayed. Okay, so now we got something at least to work with here. So it looks like this is going to be an item in the trunk. It's a jack, right? So a jack, like you're jacking your car up. Post-surgery prescription. Oh, who knows? Acting like, aping, I guess. Aping. And looks like crikey's going to be an egad. And a qualifier for a date is circa. And it looks like a post-surgery prescription is going to be an opiate. Atomic number of neon is 10. We should know our noble and those that are not gases. Zoomed, sped maybe, but what does this mean? It means not down in a way is to sip. That's me and Jerry. She likes to sip, whereas I just like to get it down and get another one in me. Speaking of, wine break so we can wind down with the New York Times crossword. Now finish this, we're going to go down the road a bit. We're going to walk over to an art gallery and see some new work. Looking forward to it. Flying formation is going to be V's and March. I don't know. Kids and nannies. So probably goats. Liberated, free, perhaps. I'm hoping. Okay, so now this is a March hare. And NSA agents, for example, are feds, maybe. Assembly line. Please be seated. Please be seated. British bottoms, of course, are arses. 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 Oh, for the love of God, no. Currency replaced by the euro. Well, I don't know. I guess it could be a number of things, but I'm going to go with the mark. Just for why not to start with. And then bunny blank photo prank. Bunny ears? I guess. Oh, seems lazy to me. Okay, so selling points, maybe assets. They're definitely not. They're good things, right? Assets. Maybe British selling points would be arsets. Light-headed sorts. No idea, but I was thinking it might be maybe a 1 Delta 10 Tango, which is Army speak for idiot. Let's see. Power line. No idea. Okay, so Hip Hop Awards Channel is going to be BET. And I'm fairly certain that's what it is. Power line. Janitor's ring full. It's going to probably be keys. And then we've got boxing stats. It's going to be TKOs. So little by little, we're getting this thing. And we're at over 20 minutes so far. And there's just no other way around it because it's a freaking Sunday puzzle. This thing is the size of a tome, or more accurately, Rhode Island. Spanish bear is oso, or... Yeah, oso. Oso. If it's a female bear in Espanol, is it an osa? That's a good question. School name that sounds like a Canadian territory. University of Connecticut, I bet. Yukon. Why not? I can't think of any reason why not. So, why not? Switched. Some sports car features. Did T-tops make it into this? Have you seen a T-top since the early 1980s? I have not. I don't think they have them anymore.
I had one in 89.
So 89, sorry. Was there really a T-top after that? I don't think so. Saw you.
88. No, I think it was the last ones. I haven't seen another one. I don't know why.
I'm going to go with traded for switched. We'll see. Actress Thompson of Westworld. Oh, gosh. She comes up all the time. This is not... I don't even know who she is. I need to look her up. Okay, let's go back to this power line. You're, as in you are the boss, maybe? Let's see what we've got now. It's signed after a break, so probably a cast. Never had a cast. I've never broken anything other than major bones from anything that never required a cast. Let's just put it that way. Subject line. Subject line. So it's going to be like royalty. You know, like I am subject to you. Those who pass under this gate are subject to Roman rule. That kind of thing. Or is it a subject line like a letter or an email? And so, Courtin. Go a Courtin? Go cavortin, maybe. But, let's see. Subject line. Okay, this must be Tessa Thompson. I don't know. I need to learn who she is at least because she pops up all the time, it seems. Canadian Tulip Festival location. I haven't got a clue, but since I've got this much in here, I'm going to go with Ottawa. And I think it's actually AWA. Shot in the arm, slingily. Maybe a vax. And so this looks like it's going to be subject line. So gold save. Is it going? Well, it's too long to be king, so we're going to go to queen. If it's even that, it could be something else. I have no idea. Light-headed source looks like I'm going to be moths. And what's what in Oaxaca? And that is probably gay. Hey, baby, ¿qué pasó? Let's see. New Mexican tribe. Now, I know this. But it's going to take me a minute. Z to Zeno. Z to Zeno. Zeta. Come on. I had to channel my friend Francesco. Gestational metric. Gestational metric is, I guess, weeks. You know, you gestated, and we count them by weeks, I think, or trimesters. But I've only got 5 letters, so let's see. Simple card game. A war? I don't even know how to play it. I think I've heard of a card game called War. I'm not quite sure. First stringer is going to be the A team. We're the A team. And let's go with the R, because why not? Posts in a rage, perhaps. So maybe rants. And hopefully this is Seisms. Yes, quakes, because I tell you what, that would have been awful if it wasn't. Performed really badly. I have been accused of this myself, so that stunk at, and New Mexican tribe is the Zuni. All right. 2 outs left in baseball. We are 1 away, folks. We are 1 away. Bear. Let's see. The shining prop. Here's Johnny. Is an axe, and he takes to that bathroom door. Oh my gosh, it still scares me thinking about it. But I have a feeling if I watch The Shining again, I'd be like going, really? I was so scared of Salem's Lot as a child, and nowadays it's like watching, I don't know, Giggle Snort Hotel or something. It's so awful. With an eager spirit. And I've got a ELY at the end and 3 letters unanswered at the very beginning. So I don't know what that's going to be. Superficial in a way. God, I can think of a number of things that is. South American grassland, and that is like the wine suggested and suggests Llano. Llano, because it has 2 L's. Variety. Superficial in a way. With an eager spirit. I'm going to go with gamely for the eager spirit and glib for the superficial in a way. And let's hope for the best on that as we're rolling into 27 minutes and 45 seconds. Rich with metaphor, and I'm thinking this is allegoric. Yay for those of us with English degrees, because otherwise I can imagine this not making any sense to anybody. Party line, I have no idea, but if we are talking variety, we're probably talking about ilk, and ladybugs and fireflies are beetles. Notice if they had an A there, they would be beetles, as in the beetles. North American fish with toxic roe, and I think that's gar. So no gar caviar for me. Party line, make a wish. Groundskeeping equipment. They're probably mowers, right? I mean, that's what you keep the grounds with. So go with mowers, and I gotta say, this is make a wish now that the W has appeared. And degrees for CFOs, I'm going to say these are MBAs. How boring. Kind of clef. I'm going to go with a treble clef versus a bass clef versus a clef chin. Let's see. Bog plant. Probably a reed. Let's see how that spells out here. Illegal offering as a bribe. It's like it's going to be a passage of right. Aisle. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to be here. Timeline, timetable, abbreviation would be the shed. How do we do, Bob? How do we do? Oh, well, we have to finish it first. Okay. And so, second year as a sophomore, and what have we got here? What might lead to a bridge, and that is celestial shape is an orb. So, okay, a bridge in verse. So, okay, got it. So, verse, and then we're going to subside. We're going to ebb and flow. How do we do, Bob? 29 minutes, 57 seconds. Good Lord, this is going to take 4 days to upload. But when it does, I hope you enjoy it. In the meantime, please be safe out there. The weather's always changing. If you're in the lower 48 or if you're here in Europe, I'm like right now it's cold, it's supposed to be ice and snow this week. Lord knows what it's going to actually do. But regardless, be safe out there. Don't let anybody hurt you. And remember always, au revoir, arrivederci, adios, ciao, tschüss, servus, grüß Gott, masalamati, shalom, aloha, annyeonghaseyo, and all of that good stuff. If I missed your language, give me time, I'll learn it. Cheers.